found out my wife was cheating the day before my birthday with a guy we met in couples therapy. Yeah, it gets worse. Let me back up. I'm not good at this kind of writing or talking, really. I've always been more of a listener. That's how it started with her, actually. She liked that I didn't interrupt. She said I was calming. Funny how the things people like about you turn into reasons they leave. My name's Dave. I'm 38 now. I work in logistics. It's boring and practical, a job people forget you have, but somehow still need you to do, which is kind of how I felt most of my life, if I'm honest. I was married for 10 years. 2 kids, 7 and 9. They're my whole world. Or at least, they used to be the center of it. Now I'm more like a moon that drifts past sometimes. My ex-wife's name is Emily. She's the kind of woman who walks into a room and makes people feel like they should apologize for not being more interesting. She's smart, successful, intense. We met when we were 26. She was finishing her MBA. I was already working full-time and helping my mom with bills after my dad passed. She told me once she loved that I didn't care about status, that I wasn't trying to prove anything, that I was grounded. Turns out, grounded becomes boring after a while. We had problems, sure, who doesn't? But I thought we were working on them. When we started therapy, I was hopeful. I thought we were finally doing the adult thing, addressing issues instead of burying them. The therapist was a nice woman, mid-40s, warm but blunt. She asked the hard questions. Emily answered them like she was auditioning. She made it sound like I was distant, disconnected, emotionally unavailable. I didn't even know she felt that way. I just thought she was stressed all the time. There was another couple in the group sessions, Kyle and Jess. He was one of those guys who laughs at his own jokes, touches your shoulder too much, and always knows exactly what books you should read. The kind of guy women find magnetic and men find exhausting. I remember the first time I noticed the look. You know the one, that sideways smile, the laugh that's half flirt. Emily gave it to Kyle in the parking lot after a session. They were talking about business podcasts or something equally unbearable. At the time, I didn't think much of it. I trusted her. Or maybe I just didn't want to deal with what it could mean. Fast forward a month. It's the night before my birthday. Emily's in the shower. Her phone lights up on the bathroom counter. I swear I wasn't snooping. I was brushing my teeth. But the notification was right there. Can't wait to touch you again tomorrow. That thing you said about the hotel? Yes. From a contact saved as J. My stomach didn't drop. It turned cold, like I'd swallowed ice water and it just sat there. I didn't confront her right away. I didn't even move. I just stared at the message until the screen dimmed. When she came out of the shower, I said nothing. I smiled, handed her the towel, kissed her on the temple. The next morning, I dropped the kids off at school, came back home, and told her what I saw. She didn't cry. She didn't even deny it. She just stared at me, like I'd caught her returning something that wasn't mine to begin with. It just happened, she said. I didn't plan it. I felt seen. You haven't really fought for me in a long time. I wish I could tell you I yelled, that I smashed something, that I made her feel even a fraction of the hurt I felt, but I didn't. I just sat on the edge of the bed and said, okay. She blinked. That's it? No, I said, but I don't think screaming will make you love me again. She moved out a week later. Took the kids with her just for now. Her parents helped her get a place. They'd never liked me. Always called me too content. Her mom once told me, Emily needs someone who challenges her. Apparently, Kyle was more challenging. Then came the legal stuff. She filed for divorce first, cited emotional neglect, said I was passive, withdrawn.
possibly depressed, that I didn't engage with the family, that I was too quick to give up. Her lawyer was slick, the kind who wears cufflinks for a custody hearing. My lawyer was fine, just outgunned. Every time I wanted to fight something, he'd say, "Let's pick our battles." I lost. A lot. I get them every other weekend and a dinner once a week. That's it. From full-time dad to visitation rights. I remember the first night I came home to an empty house. I didn't turn the lights on. I sat on the couch with my coat still on, staring at nothing, listening to the refrigerator hum like a lullaby for people who've lost everything quietly. The worst part wasn't the cheating. It was how fast everyone else accepted the new version of things. Like I'd been written out of the story and no one even noticed. Emily's family cut me off completely. Her sister unfollowed me. Her dad sent me a text that said, "You'll always be part of the kids' lives, but you need to respect Emily's journey." My own parents weren't much better. My mom asked me what I'd done wrong. My brother told me, "You probably should have been more assertive." Nobody asked if I was okay. Just, what happened? Like a police report, not a person.
I don't even remember the first weekend I got the kids. I just remember the silence after they left. It was the kind of silence that doesn't echo, it just swallows. The second weekend I had the kids, my daughter, the older one, asked if she could bring her tablet to her mom's place. I said sure. Then she said, "Because Mommy and Kyle let us have extra screen time if we're quiet." She said it like it was a treat, like bribery was affection. I didn't say anything, just smiled and nodded. That night I sat in the bathroom, lid down, just breathing through it. I didn't fight back at first. Everyone says document everything, record phone calls, build your case. But when the people around you already believe the worst version of you, the quiet one, the boring one, the one who let his wife slip away, even the truth feels like noise. I didn't want revenge. I wanted someone to say, "You didn't deserve that." But no one did. Not then. There was a stretch where I drank more than I should have. I didn't get drunk, not exactly. I just stayed numb. 2 beers became 3, then a whiskey, then another. It never helped, but the quiet got heavier without it. Some nights I thought about writing Kyle. I had the text saved in notes. "You took something that was mine. I hope it rots in your hands." I never sent it. Not once. Not because I'm above it. I'm not. But because I realized something. Kyle didn't take Emily. He was just where she landed. And she didn't fall. She jumped. When you go from being a full-time parent to weekends only, everything about fatherhood becomes compressed. You don't get the bad days, the tantrums, the morning chaos. You get 2 days to prove you're still dad. 2 days to connect, parent, discipline, and love. And if you screw it up, they don't forget. I burned pancakes once, and my son said, "Kyle makes them better." I laughed. Genuinely. Because of course he does. Kyle makes everything better. At least for now. The irony is that Emily and I never fought when we were married. We were polite, civil, cold in that clean corporate way. The divorce, though, that was brutal. Not loud, just calculated. Her side fought for everything like it was owed to them. The house, the car, the kids. They said I was
too passive to lead a household, that I was emotionally inconsistent. It's funny how the guy who always showed up was suddenly the unreliable one. I kept showing up. I picked the kids up on time. I packed extra clothes in case they forgot. I made their favorite dinners. I downloaded the stupid Minecraft mods. I kept my mouth shut when they called him Uncle Kyle by accident. And one night, my daughter hugged me from behind while I was doing dishes. Out of nowhere. She said, "You laugh more here." I blinked so fast to keep the tears back, I got soap in my eye. Told her it was just shampoo. Eventually, I started getting better. Not dramatic, movie-style better, just slower, quietly. I joined a local dad support group. Nothing intense, just guys talking over bad coffee and folding chairs. But hearing someone say, "Yeah, me too," when I told them about losing time with my kids, that mattered. I reconnected with my sister, Sarah. We had drifted after high school. She was always the rebel, the one who moved away and got cut off. Turns out being the black sheep makes you real good at spotting other strays. We started texting more, sending memes, sharing therapy jokes. It helped. I started journaling. At first it was just for me. Then I thought, what if I write it like they'll read it someday? The kids, I mean. Not to trash their mom, not to guilt them, but so that when they're older, really older, they'll know I tried, that I didn't disappear. I just wasn't allowed to stay. Emily married Kyle less than a year after the divorce was finalized. The kids were in the wedding. I wasn't invited. I saw the photos on her mom's Facebook. Matching outfits, coastal filter, Kyle holding my son on his shoulders like he earned that spot. I didn't get angry. I didn't throw my phone. I just sat with it. Let it sink in. Because here's the truth no one tells you. You can win morally and still lose everything. I think the biggest thing I had to learn, the thing that took the longest, was that peace doesn't look like revenge. It's not dramatic. There's no speech, no epic confrontation where they beg you to take them back or admit they were wrong. Sometimes peace is just not responding. Sometimes peace is knowing your kids feel safe with you, even if it's only 4 days a month. Sometimes peace is watching your ex walk away with your old life and deciding not to chase her anymore. This morning, my daughter asked if I still had the teddy bear she left here last weekend. I told her I did, and I'd wash it before she came over again. She said, "You always remember stuff like that." I smiled. Of course I do. That's what weekends are now. Small things. Clean shirts, the right cereal, a movie we don't finish because we end up talking about school or how her little brother farts in his sleep. It's not everything. It's not enough. But it's mine. I don't post this for sympathy. I post it because if you're reading this from a couch in an empty house, if your kids only know you on weekends, if your ex is thriving in a narrative where you're the villain, just know that time isn't the only thing that makes you a parent. Being the black sheep, the quiet one, the guy nobody rooted for, none of that means you failed. Sometimes peace doesn't come with a win. Sometimes it's just showing up, over and over, until one day someone says, "You laugh more here." And that's enough. It's been 6 months since I wrote the first post. Sometimes it feels like 6 weeks, sometimes like 6 years. A lot's happened and not much has happened, which is kind of how healing works, I guess. Here's what I can tell you. It was my daughter's 10th birthday last weekend. She asked to split the day, half with me, half with her mom. Emily said no. It's confusing for them, she said. My daughter told me, it's not confusing, it's unfair. That broke me a little. Not just the situation, but the fact that she sees it. Kids always do, even if you don't want them to. I used to rent a basement apartment. It was cheap and small and kind of smelled like boiled onions. Now I have a 2-bedroom unit in a quiet building. It's nothing fancy, but the kids call it Dad's house, not the other house. That's a win. They help decorate. My son drew a sign for the fridge that says, "Dad's rules, pancakes and cartoons equal Saturday." I didn't even ask him to. I think he just wanted something that felt like ours. I filed to renegotiate custody. I have 6 months of logs, screenshots, and emails. Nothing petty, just patterns. My lawyer thinks I have a shot at shared custody. I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm not trying to take the kids away from Emily. I just want my time back. I want to be there on Mondays when my daughter forgets her homework. I want to be there on Wednesdays when my son can't sleep. I want the ordinary stuff, the stuff I used to take for granted. Mostly. I still get flashes, like when I see family pictures on Kyle's social media. When my son calls him my other dad without blinking. But it's a smaller pain now, a dull ache, not a fresh wound. What replaced it is calm. I say no to things now. I don't chase people who make me feel small. I don't explain myself to people who never asked in good faith. I pick peace, every time. Not gonna say much. It's early. She knows I'm a package deal. Weekends, wounds, and all. But she listens. And she laughs at my dumb jokes. That's new. Thanks to everyone who messaged or commented on the first post. I didn't expect it to matter this much, but it did. Sometimes hearing "me too" is enough to keep you from drowning. And if you're still in the thick of it, custody battles, lonely Fridays, holiday drop-offs, just know this isn't the end of your story. It's just the chapter where you stop begging to be chosen. Be the parent who shows up, even if it's just on weekends. Sometimes that's the only part they'll remember. And sometimes that's the best part.